airlock, and I don't know what's going on. I'm panicking. I do have some heavy weaponry with me. At the end of the round, my itchy trigger finger is just accidentally going to kill every other crew member in my position if I'm last on board. I find the alien and blow it to bits.
You going to the airlock?
I am going to the airlock.
Itchy trigger finger. Good morning. Welcome to Board Game Barrister, our local game shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm Andy, and I'm here with Renee, Elizabeth, Glenn, and Gordon, and today we're talking This Game is Killer, a game where we are stuck on a spaceship with an alien presence that's trying to kill us all. We're gonna panic and try to kill that thing, but if we accidentally kill each other in the process, oops! Let's get into it. Welcome to This Game is Killer, where there's an alien on our ship and it's hunting our crew. We're gonna do our best to survive and somehow kill the alien, but we're scattered across the ship. We have no way to communicate, so if something terrible happens to our crew because we happen to jettison the airlock, for instance, well, there was no avoiding that. To get the game started, we're going to lay out this lovely neoprene mat to represent our ship, and we've also got the 8 locations on the ship face down in front of the mat. That represents the locations that the alien could go hunting at. Everybody at the table is going to get a crew status card that shows that they're currently alive, but eventually may become not so much. Then we're going to deal 2 action cards to each player. And each of those action cards has 2 different elements to it. One of them is the action that you'll take this round, and the other is the location that you'll go to this round. And because each of us has 2 cards, over the course of the round, each of us is going to play 1 action from one card and the location from the other card in whatever combination we want to. But you have to play 1 action and 1 location. And so beginning with our first player, each player around the table is going to play one of those 2 cards, and it can be either their action or their location first. It's up to you. So at the moment, we have the option between going to the shuttle bay or the bridge, and between scrambling the sensors and making it a little bit harder to find us, or igniting the fuel reserves and blowing up the shuttle bay. I can't think of a better way to start than blowing the shuttle bay. Let's put that in front of us, and that says at the end of the round, the shuttle bay will be destroyed along with any crew inside of it, and if we get lucky, the alien if it's in there. Each other player in clockwise order is going to do the same, playing one of their 2 cards, and then once we've reached the final player, we're actually going to come back the other way. So the last player around the table gets to play both of their cards in order, and we're going to come all the way back until we get back to the starting player, us, and because we've already done our action, that means our second play has to be playing the location on the other one, which means we're going to the bridge. And so once everybody at the table has played 2 cards in front of them, we're going to flip over one of these random locations to represent where the alien's going hunting this turn. And that happens to be, oh no, it's at the bridge! So a few things happen now. First thing we're going to do is check for any destroyed locations from players' actions cards, because all the locations are going to basically blow at once. Our card is still in play, which means the shuttle bay blows, and if any of our fellow players happen to be in the shuttle bay, they're going to be killed in the process, which means they'll flip their player cards over to the signal lost side. If the alien had happened to be in the shuttle bay, we'd also destroy the alien, but unfortunately it is in the bridge, and so are we. So after destroying all those locations, if the alien is in the same location as any crew members, it's going to kill one of those crew members. If there are multiple people in the bridge at the same time, we're going to compare our priority numbers, and the person with the highest number in that spot is the person the alien's going to kill first. So, oh no, we've died. We're going to clean up from there by putting the alien's previously hunted cards along another portion of the board face up so we can see it's already been to the bridge. And then we're going to go and find the locations that were destroyed this round among those location cards and put that face down over that location. Nobody's going to be able to access that location anymore. That means we also need to pull all of the cards with that location out of the player deck. And once we've done that cleanup, we're quickly going to shuffle these locations back out onto the table in a random order, give that player deck a quick shuffle, and then deal out to all the players who are still alive. And our new first player is going to be the person to the previous first player's left if they're alive. Otherwise, we're going to keep looking around the table clockwise until we find somebody who is alive, and they're our first player. And we're going to continue like this until one of 2 things happens. Either we manage to destroy the location that the alien ends up in and kill it in the process, which means the surviving crew win together, or the alien systematically hunts and destroys all of us while we kind of destroy ourselves in the process as well, which means we all lose together and we're just gonna shuffle up and play again.
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of games where the alien is trying to get us and we're trying to survive, or the one thing is like all against one. There's a lot of games that do that. This is like a really lighthearted one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to think super hard about it. It was very like party friendly. In another interpretation of this theme, I would be stressing out about not blowing up the other person by coming up with a perfect plan and employing all these tactics. But no, it's just oopsie daisies.
So we're gonna try that whole thing with the shuttle bay again. I'm going to ignite the fuel reserves.
Just somebody ignite the fuel reserve!
Fortunately, I'm in the shuttle bay.
Yeah, it's a game built around kind of flying in the face of one of the new kind of unwritten rules of board gaming, which is don't eliminate somebody at the beginning of a game so they can't play for the rest of it. They basically looked at that rule and said, but how could we make that fun again? And built a game where like you just constantly get killed by the alien, kill each other, and then you know you're going to be back and playing 7 minutes later because the game is so short. Like that's shorter than a turn takes in half of the games out there to come back around to you, and you know you're going to be right back in it the next time you play because you're going to play this 3 or 4 times in a row.
Yeah, normally that elimination is my least favorite mechanic in a game, but I mean, I died first in 2 of the 3 games we played, and it didn't matter because, yeah, less than 10 minutes later, I'm right back in the game.
The peak comedy of the ways that we are blowing each other out of the water is... It's just nonsensical. I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm just going to completely obliterate you.
And the end of the next round, destroy the cargo hold, kill all crew within.
Okay, I'm going to the cargo hold. It's fine, everybody. I have a plan that's totally not going to kill any of you. I ain't sticking around here. There's a delayed fuse in here. I swapped my revealed position with another crew member's revealed position, so I'm trading you.
Oh, back you go.
I see!
Where's the alien? Did we get it?
Engine
Oh,
room.
I don't think we got
Nobody
it.
there.
And we mentioned it briefly in our playthrough, which you can go watch. You can see us die in space, unless
Or
you're
not
a
die.
coward or a corporate spy. But we suggest playing this game with as many people as you can get around the table. It was a great time at 5 players, but the game plays all the way up to 10, and the more players you add, the more chaos is going to be on the ship, and it's a game built around that beautiful chaos. So if you can get 10 people at the table, amazing. If you can get 7 to 9 people around the table, amazing. I don't think I'd play with fewer than 5. There's better games out there for a lighthearted, kind of fun, comical game that you could play with 1, 2, 3, or 4 players. Once you've got 5 or more, get this to the table.
I mean, I love that all of the actions are unique. So you won't find that you're blowing something up and you're blowing the same thing up, so your choice is irrelevant then.
Yes.
Every single one will do something different.
Yeah, it's always a nice weaving of different actions dancing around each other in strange different ways.
Well, and we didn't mention, I do like the fact that when you destroy rooms, your choices become fewer because you're removing cards from the deck. You blow up the shuttle bay, that's 3 cards taken out of the deck, which means that's 3 actions that you aren't going to be able to see again. You blow up the cargo hold, now you're down 6 actions that you could take in the game.
I also like the priority for the locations. So if you are in the room where the alien is revealed, you might not die if there's someone else there with a higher priority number, which didn't exactly come
You
up
don't
that
need to be
often
faster
with
than
us.
the alien, you need to be faster than your friend.
Yeah,
Yep.
just in a larger number of players game, that would probably come into play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The collection of mechanics in the game are all really easy, but they're very different. So you have a lot of variety in the types of different things that this game is doing to make it fun and weird and exciting and crazy. Whether, again, that is blowing up a corridor or doing some card swaps or swapping your, the cards that you've already played or making things invisible to other people. A lot of different things going on. All of them are pretty easy and straightforward, and it means this feeling of chaos is just palpable through every part of the game, and you don't know how it's going to unfold.
I'm the corporate spy.
No! I'm in the hold. It's gonna be fine.
I'm in the engine room.
Alright. You corporate spy. So you're hoping to pull the engine room, eh? No! Look at this mission.
So I
is doomed
stun
to
it, take
fail.
a sample, and kill life support.
Chock full of
Leaving in
cowards
another
and
secret escape pod.
corporate spies. Perhaps coolest of all is that everything we just described is accomplished in 8 small location cards and 24 action cards and 1 ship map. I love that they said, we're putting so little in this box to make this really great experience. Why not make the game board this beautiful, very nice neoprene mat, which you get rolled up in the box, and that comes in every copy of the game. It's just such a cool table presence, such a simple game to sit down and get into some chaos with. All right, I think that does it for This Game is Killer. Thank you so much for joining us. We had a really good time with this one, obviously, and we hope you had fun watching. You can go and watch that playthrough video. It's a great time. As always, leave a comment, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see new videos every week when we post those, and then check our online store for some really cool games, including This Game is Killer. We love it. Thanks so much for joining us this week. We'll see you next time.